Hello, welcome to this video on how to create a surge model or model a surge function using a method in Excel that involves using least squares. It's not necessarily a better method. It might work better for you, it might not. We'll see. So I'm starting still within GeoGebra here. I'm just in my spreadsheet view on the right here, just going to copy these values and paste them into Excel. So here's my Excel up here. I'm just going to paste them just here. As you can see, I've already got some headings up there, which I'll explain in a moment. We'll just make that full screen for the moment. Now, there's a couple of other things we need to set up. We're going to put in values for A and B, so I'm going to type A and B there. Make them stand out bold. And now I also need to make sure that the solver tool is available. Now it probably won't be on yours by default. The solver tool is in the data tab and it's down here. Of course I've been using it already, so it is there. To make that appear there, if it's not on yours, go to File, Options, then go to Add-ins, and then down to the bottom here where it says Excel Add-ins. If it doesn't, then select it, click Go, and you need to click the Solver Add-in button or box. Okay, and then you should see it just there. Right, now I'm going to now go to a split screen job here just for this video, so that I can see everything at once. I'm going to transfer my values of A into these boxes. So I'm just going from the graphics calculator method here. I'm just going to pause that and type them two numbers for A and B in here. Okay, I typed those two values in there. Okay. Now here's a little tip. I'm going to help you with your formula here by, if we right click on this value here and then go down define name, should come up with A, click OK, and do the same for that one, define name B. If it won't accept A and B or something, it's because you've already defined it, so you might have to choose something else sometimes. It's going to make the next step really easy. Now what I'm going to do now is type in the equation into this column here, model. Okay, I'll explain why in a minute. So we click on that cell and then we type equals, and I might just move that again so I can see it, just for the video. Okay, this just helps me. So I'm using this in spreadsheet speak. It is A, and see how it select that. That's excellent. And then alright, times, which is shift and the 8 key, and then we'll click here for our T value, and then times, which is shift 8. Now this little E here is EXP, and then open a bracket. You can see what it's doing over here, and we want B times T, so B is there, and then times again, and then T again, so that's that value there. So you should have something like, I hope you can see, something like that there. Okay, now what that is according to our equation, at t equals 0.1, we get a value of 76.79. So not that close to our point, which has a y coordinate, if you like, of 59. So there's some error there. Now we're going to copy that down. Okay, so that it does that for all the lines. Okay, just clicking down, you should see just the A's values there changing. Now the error column, this is what we want to minimize, or I'll explain in a minute. We actually want to minimize the sum of the squared errors. We'll get there in a minute. So in this cell we're going to put equals, and then this cell, which is C2 minus B2. Okay, and that would be the error, how far above that is from the actual point. copy that down so it does the same thing. Some are above, some are below. These ones with 0.03 are very close. Now, because some of them are positive and some of them are negative, we can't just add them up because some of the errors will cancel out. This is very similar to that of a spreadsheet method. Okay, so now what we need to do is do the squares here. So I'm going to do equals this cell, use the hat and then 2 to square it, and then copy that down. Now this video is getting quite long, so I'm going quite fast here. Now we need to sum those errors. Okay, so we're going to select all of those errors and then go home, and there's the auto sum. Now this is the number that we want to minimize. Now to do this, this is where we use the solver tool, which is in data. So then we click on, make sure that's our magic number there, make sure that's selected, then click solver, and we want, so there it says it's that cell it knows. Now by changing variable cells, these two, select them. Okay, it's put that in there automatically. I think we have to play around with this a bit, so I'm going to put a minimum and hope this works. I'm going to untick that because we can have negative values here. In fact, we want them, and I'm going to leave that alone. I'm just going to click on solve, and it says it's done something good. I'm going to save the scenario, give it a name, and then here it's got some values. Now, yeah, you could stop watching here. I'm going to put these values into GeoGebra now and see if it likes it or not. See what that method looks like. See what those values look like. So I'm going to grab that over there, and I'm going to type that in. I'll pause the video, and then we'll have a look what it looks like. Okay, well that took me a little bit of time to type that in there, but you can see I've done it wrong. 7.9786 it should be. Let's just correct that. And my numbers there, they may actually not be accurate over here. They're probably different. It just depends on the cell here, so just be careful of that. But I've run out of time. So I entered that there. And you can pause the video back and have a look at that if you're not sure how to type it in. And I get a different model. Looks pretty good. This is the blue one, was the spreadsheet one. The red one was the calculator one, and the slider one in the second video I've just removed for the time being, so it's not so cluttered. So there's some different methods of search function modeling that you can explore. See you later.